we and nos INSK. Na this program, well body na gently. Mr. Coco
Kusha mi fambule, mina Dr. Mafudia with Well Bodi Gently, a production of Well Bodi Salone. Thank you for where you join me on this live Facebook live program. Make sure say they subscribe to we YouTube channel, follow we on Facebook. We also there on Twitter and Instagram. Turn on the notification then on your YouTube channel so that you go know when they produce more new video then. Make sure say you share the video then with your family and with your party then so that then self go learn good information for help maintain them well body. So today we talk about breast cancer. Breast cancer is a very important topic. In fact, October na breast cancer awareness month. Now I make we talk about this topic here so today. Breast cancer na a type of cancer where they start na the bobby. Now mostly women then this thing they affect. But also man themselves can get breast cancer. Although a small number of man then can get but man themselves get bobby, so themselves can get breast cancer. Breast cancer na the number one cancer where they diagnose all over the world. So for all the cancer then we people they get all over the world, breast cancer na the number one way they defend pan people then. And for all the cancer then where they kill people then, breast cancer na the number 5 for kill people then. So imagine that day. Now mostly women then, na the most common cancer na the world and na the number 5 for kill people then. That means say women then they will go die from breast cancer. But the good news now, more and more women then they survive breast cancer because of better treatment than they make women there even when they get breast cancer they not go die. So we African then black people and Salone people they go say this sort of black man sick. Yeah, na true say breast cancer not as common na Africa as na Europe and in Northern America. Probably part of it now because we not they test people then, we not they screen people then for find the cancer. But another reason is so many other things and the way they kill with people then na Africa where be say they go die before they reach the age where breast cancer more common. And we go talk about waiting at that age there. But in spite of that, they all over the world, whether na poor country you there or na gentry country you there, the number of women there, the number of people then where they get breast cancer, they increase from year to year to year. So, and we know say people then they live longer even in Africa. So this is not something where we all need to pay attention to and know what we risk them. So in general, 35, if you count 100,000 women then in Africa, about 35 go get breast cancer. Where if you compare na Europe and North America, 90 to 120 women there out of 100,000 go get breast cancer. So this is not important thing for no. So more looking at different countries there, at least 3 parts of the world where I know say Boku Salone people in there, right? So now UK, now United Kingdom, England, breast cancer now the number 4 where they cause death, where people they die with where get cancer. If they did not the UK. And per dancing the way they kill women there in the UK, breast cancer than the number 2 reason where women then they die. And at the most common thing where they kill women then between the age of 35 and 49. So now very important thing that for them who then at the diaspora, if you then at UK, you just know so once you don't come out Salone, you don't come out Africa, you then at the other country then you risk for bokuting then it will be more like the people the way they did. So now they think so, now Africa is not common, and me na African, so that means I no need for worry. The longer you they live now then other country then you risk for bokuting then go be more like the people the way they did because now you're not part of that culture then. What about USA? Where then at the USA, breast cancer and the number 4 cause of women then for die from cancer na USA. They say 1 out of every 8 women then go develop breast cancer before na their lifetime. So if you count the natural life, say person die whether na 80, 90 or 100, 1 out of 8 women then go get breast cancer diagnosis. And na the sad thing about na US, na breast cancer na the number 1 reason where black woman there they die. Black woman there, African American. We when are African, we don't can now for long. We all day inside that number. They now the number one cancer than the where they kill now this country. So inside Africa, if you look sub-Saharan Africa, outside we we in our West Africa, we fall inside that region there. Now the number two most common cancer per woman there. And guess what's not the number one? Cervical cancer. Now another woman cancer than they. So basically cancer, two type of cancer, then they kill woman there in Africa. And at the number two most common way they cause die in Africa per woman there. So how you gonna know if you dey at risk? How you gonna know if you need for worry but breast cancer? I dey put the thing dem wey dey increase your chance for make you get breast cancer. I put in two category dem. The one category, the one side, na thing the way be say nothing know the way you can do better. And then the other side, na thing the way you can do something for decrease your risk. So more start to the thing the way nothing know the way you can do better than they. So you age. I know some people that they can change their age and they make themselves younger, but you age now you age. The age where them born you with now you age, whether now the one within a paper or not now, that a different thing. But the older you be, especially as you go 50 and above, you risk for breast cancer, they go up. Also, the one that way they start them period and quick. So if you start your period before age 12, then they can increase your risk some. The one that way they go into menopause, where them period and they stop late after they don't pass 55. So you still they get period say 55 and beyond. Then woman then they also can get more risk for breast cancer. The one that way they get people in them family, we get breast cancer, we don't get breast cancer, or then self we don't get breast cancer now one part them will be then also get increased risk. So we would talk about risk now the family, we talk about your mama, your sister, your auntie, both na the mommy side and the daddy side, or you get brother or uncle, mommy side or daddy side, where been get breast cancer. That don't mean say this na something where probably they na the gene now in a family, where mean say you risk can go up. And this na something for talk with your doctor. For me, you will figure out when you for begin the check and waiting you for worry about. Also, the one that we get certain genetic condition, and some then can know, then call BRCA gene mutation. When a genetic problem na the gene na the body, where be say them people need then chance for get breast cancer high. Not just breast cancer, but other cancer then, like ovarian cancer. So now and whether in a man or woman, if you get that genetic problem, you chance for get cancer now like 80% or more. Then the one that we get nice them Bobby the way be say it look like saying a teenager, even though you don't 40, you don't 50, the Bobby still like teenager. Now good thing down there for me get down there, but the problem is it can then Bobby then they can hard for me you see breast cancer. So then people then they can ask for me then pick up breast cancer now then Bobby them. Then other kind thing, the other kind problem the way people then can get now then Bobby then we can increase their chance for men then get breast cancer. Certain medication, then the one that we don't get radiation treatment now then chest for other kind of cancer. So all that thing and they can increase your risk. Now, nothing the way you can do but that day, right? You're not able to change any of that day because then I think the way don't already happen within your DNA, you not can do anything. So the important thing for nobody is if you get any of them risk, you need to be more vigilant. You need for the talk to your doctor for see what you go need for do for if this happen to you, you find and quick where they're able for treatment before it turn into something where go kill you by. Then the thing that now way you can control the risk that way you can control. If you know you not possible, not like for shake body, you not like for by yourself, you just want to make suffer, that's not good. It good for be physically active. When I say physically active and exercise, I don't mean for go they run necessarily. Yes, if you like for run, then that's good. But just for the workout, for the get up, for the move around, not for the sit down for hours and hours at the same place no more. The one the way gets big body, especially where that body they then pack that body they later in life, where they don't 50 and over and at the time they impact the body, then people then they more than risking higher. Past the one way be say in whole life a get body. Then the one the way they wait for too long for me, then get them first belly. So if you get your first belly way, you don't pass age 30, then they can increase your risk. Now some people and they not get choice. Also then fault way, they not get, they not start for born, early. So then because of various circumstances then I make. But if you able for if you don't that you control, not wait say you much older for begin born you picking them earlier. Not say teenager but in your 20s, then they okay. Then the one that we not the breast, we not the suckle picking. For so many benefits and they for suckle picking. So benefits for the picking them boku, but also benefits for yourself. And one of them benefits and they now for decrease your chance for get breast cancer. The one that way be say they not they keep belly say full time, say them born, whether not because them poor the belly or because they get miscarriage. So some of that you can control, poor belly you can control, to some degree, but miscarriage obviously you're not able for controller. But for waiting the one that you control, now for controller. The one the way they drink boku, the one the way they smoke, then the one the way they take certain hormone medication, then where especially for long term, then they all can increase your risk for breast cancer. Some birth control and they way can increase your risk, and but then are very small group of people, and that risk they also like high risk, and are only the way they take the birth control medication them. So waiting at the symptom, the waiting where you go see or notice what go make you worry but breast cancer. So these are some key one then. So if you find lump, now you bobby on at the armpit, because the bobby in tissue it all the way na the armpit, so the bobby can go all the way under the arm. So if you feel lump, if you feel like round thing or something bump inside the bobby where not been there before, where also you normal, then something where you need for talk to doctor about for me then check you. If all of a sudden the you bobby, especially one it look they swell, the skin they look thick, that are something that the way you need for bring to attention for med and check. Or if you nipple, all of a sudden the nipple they go inside. Normally the nipple for they out. Now some people and the way them born they normally then the nipple they inside. So then they if you not so you be there always, so then they also anything. But if you nipple be there not do, then now all of a sudden the nipple they go inside, then that's something that they for worry about, because sometimes cancer they say where they pull that nipple they for kind inside. Then if they get discharged from the nipple. So I not say somebody where they suckle picking or we just don't born or we get belly, it can get like milk they come on at the bobby. But if you know they inside that situation, they something will look like milk or water or blood they come off from the nipple, anything we not normal, you need for make me then check down there. If the skin at the bobby all of a sudden they turn dry, it make dimple, then where you not born with dimple like bobby, they all of a sudden they get dimple then, or the skin they red, they peel around the nipple area or na the bobby, then they also not thing where you for talk to your doctor for med and checker. So how you go decrease your risk? So I don't say something and then you not get no control over, but something and the way you get control over. So thing the way you can do for yourself for maintain you well body and for decrease your risk for breast cancer. Control your weight. Try for maintain healthy weight. And I mean say all man for go be skinny person. Some man they not make that way they. But not the pack body, maintain healthy weight. Try for eat healthy. Wetin that they mean? For they avoid them fry them, they avoid them oil thing there. They avoid for they eat, boku, eat more vegetable, then avoid them sweet then cham then. Eat more healthy vegetables, fruits, na your diet. Keep active. Whether not dance, you like for dance, whether if you like for jog, then sure, go jog. But even for waka, the waka, every day, just move the body and keep active. Try for avoid, alcohol. If you dey drink, reduce the amount where they drink small no more. Or just not drink, if then they okay with you. Try for avoid for smoke cigarettes. because no good no dey pan cigarette smoke one. If you dey on hormone medication, then for some people, woman, then then menopause, that they get boku symptom, then they can put them on hormone medication. Then talk to your doctor. But the risk then for that hormone medication, how long you actually for is safe for me you take that hormone medication day and use the medication day for the shortest possible time. Also, think them for stay on for many, many, many years. If you get family history, people and then your family where you family where you don't get breast cancer, or where say or you don't really say they get this genetic problem, yeah. So talk to your doctor then, but waiting at your option then for decrease your risk. Because for some people that we get that very high risk with the genetic problem, so they can choose for me them pull the bobby before it get cancer. But then that's something for talk to your doctor. But and if if you get picking and you dey suckle, try for suckle for as long as you able for continue dandy. If you get question then una can send to question then on our Facebook page, on Twitter, on Instagram, or even email we na wellbodisalone@gmail.com. Again, this is Dr. Mafudia. Thank you for waiting to watch the video. Stay tuned for our next video.